And if you haven't tried
Good afternoon, YouTube. We are out here again. For those of you following this adventure, with the 72 volt Rev1. We're just going to do an all out and out performance test today. See how this thing does out here. Right now we are flying, baby. Traffic, look at that. We're going to head on down towards Lake McCall today. Give ourselves some nice new stretches of road just to air this thing out after we've adjusted more settings, trying to get this thing more locked in, more in tune. So, for those of you all following, you saw in the last video, we had to flex up to 50, which got us a nice new top speed of 55 miles an hour. I have the phase amps now turned up to 150, which through the NV Power display here, that seems to be the max that I'm going to be able to get out of it. It's not going to let me send more than 150 amps through, but it's up from 100, so that should give us even more power than we felt before. To be honest, it's not that noticeable. The thing is super torquey. The thing gets up to speed really fast. Here we go. Keep going, baby. It's a brisk one today. We're in Longmont, Colorado. I'm going to say it's about 48 or 49 degrees. Partly sunny. We're dressed for the weather, but it's a little balmy. Man, look at how hazy the mountains are. So hazy. So, what I have not decided yet if I'm going to make a part of this video or not is reassembling that rear hub motor from the stock wheel of this bike. I haven't gotten around to it. I need to get around to it and get that motor working so we can figure out what we're going to do with it. So maybe I'll put that thing together and make it a part of this video. If it's not a part of this video, it'll be on next week's. But look for that, gang. Okay. got some pretty heavy traffic for the middle of the day. I was hoping to be less traffic out here, so I have more room to open up. But right now, to be honest, just to give you a feel on how she feels at 72 volts, the Rev1 feels like a brand new bike. It does not feel like the same bike. It feels like a different bike that looks like the last bike. The solidness, just from the weight of the battery and the motor alone, actually helped a lot with this thing. So that would be the first thing that I would make note of. She feels solid, and power-wise, night and day difference. We're completely silent here with this direct drive motor. Completely silent. I mean, she doesn't make a sound, and I love it. The same thing that I love about it is also what makes her dangerous, though. If you know what I mean. You gotta assume that everybody's going to do the wrong thing out here. Assume that nobody is going to see you. Just the nice thing about this extra torque and power is when you see somebody being a jackass out here, you can get yourself out of trouble much easier. I try to stay away from traffic because if there's no cars around me, nobody can hit me. Nobody can do anything to me if you're not there. But to get back to the performance of the bike, she feels really solid. The torque and power are phenomenal. Night and day difference. And she wasn't weak at 52 volts. She had nice 95 Newton meters of torque. I'm pretty sure we've got more than double that torque now. I have more torque than I need in those situations. But when I need it, I'm glad to have it. I don't feel like I need to look over my shoulder to see who's about to run over because keeping up the traffic in town is nothing. If you get the right highway speeds on this thing, yes. But I recommend taking this thing on the highway, never, ever, ever. This is a very small bike. And it's just not meant for that. You're going to drain your battery. This is meant for exactly what we're doing. When we get to the lake, we're going to go ahead and check out our motor heating situation as well. We want to make sure that as we make these adjustments, these tuning adjustments, that we're not sending unnecessary heat to the motors here. So, but right now, she's driving like a dream. Good to go maintenance-wise. There's no oil changes. Even some of these electric dirt bikes like the Saron and everything, you got to change the oil in the gearboxes and stuff. These direct drive hub motors are the minimal maintenance in a vehicle that you could have. Rocking at 97% right now. Feeling good. Nice and smooth. I like where the suspension is set right now. Getting power to the wheels very efficiently. Minimal contact power drag. Might make a few more adjustments up front, but I like where the back is sitting right now. Good, I just put it back on for our brakes and lights and everything. I think we've discovered a workaround for that system too. Step down conversion and rebuilding this shunt tape 52 volt battery box with a 72 volt battery inside. It's probably going to be a project for the next off season, I imagine, as long as getting the proper chain back on this thing. definitely not done modding this thing out, but as far as performance mods, we're going to chill for a bit. We might do some cosmetic modifications here. Things just to make her look cooler, to make her stand out from a stock Revv1. Because right now, outside of that direct drive hub motor, outside of that direct drive hub motor, this thing looks like a stock Revv. Here. A lot of traffic here for the middle of the Wednesday. But we are here nonetheless, operating just fine. Gear's working fine. We get pretty warm out here. Got a little arthritis going on in the knee, so the knee's feeling a little frozen, which is the only reason why I just want to do a longer video. But otherwise, we're feeling good out here. We're in the middle of January, or the beginning of January, so for the next 8 weeks or so, we're going to have to operate in those fine few hours in the middle of the day that feel like spring that we've been being blessed with these past few weeks. Pretty much if I can get out between 12 and 4, I'm okay. Look at this. Heading towards the mountains, everybody. We took a long turn heading towards the lake, so we're going to redirect this ride towards the mountain horizon. I'm going to go another mile or two here, and then we're going to stop off and check out the temperature of this motor here. It's really windy out here, folks, so I apologize for messing with the microphone volume here. It's real windy. Likes to cruise between 42 to 45. We're going to go ahead and turn over here. What, 45 miles an hour seems like a sweet cruising spot on here all day long. You can get our peaks out here. You can get our peaks of you can definitely peak out at 55 and either the end of this video or the next, we are going to have try to find a true real straightaway out here and top in this bad boy. No more game playing. We're gonna see every last MPH we can get out of the Reverend. But here she is. Sorry there, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and check out the motor temp here. Hopefully we feel some good things. Here we go. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, this thing is cool. I am really pleased with the tuning of this bike so far, everybody. Really, really pleased. We're running the phase amps at 150. Phase amps at $150. DC amps at 100. We've got our flux set at 50, everybody. Those are the main settings that I have messed with in the MQCon app for this MB Power 5,000 watt motor. So in case anybody's missed it or hasn't heard in the previous videos, for those just joining, this is the Ride1up Revv1 converted into a 72 volt machine. You've got an MB Power 5,000 watt hub motor, direct drive back here, a nice fast high speed 3T motor. This thing peaks out at 10K. That's right, I said 10 kilowatts is the peak of this motor. This is a big boy, powerful motor. And luckily, we have a big boy, powerful lithium battery, 72 volt, 34 amp hours inside this cage here to help power it. We're gonna go in here real quick and we're gonna feel that battery. This battery's been forming great. I am not worried about it at all. Battery's not warm. The controller is not warm. She is performing like a dream so far. We cruising out here on the highway in traffic. Most of these cruising speeds were around 45. On average, we were cruising at around 45. But no extra heat being thrown into this thing. We're really liking the performance of her so far. On the next video, what I'd like to try to do for you all next week is get out with some other e-bikes on a ride. At least one other e-bike. So we can compare the performance of this thing next to the performances of some other bikes and see how she holds up. For now, we're gonna hop back on here. We're gonna find somewhere to grab some coffee. I'm gonna get this video together for you. I may or may not have the stock wheel all patched up to show you on this video. If I don't have it this week, I have it next week. But if you all are enjoying this content, if you like this Revv1 72 volt build, please consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll know when content is coming out next. And please drop us a like for this video. We try to work hard and give you entertaining content here, help answer questions without you having to spend the money. But we're gonna go ahead and hop back on here. We love you guys. Thank you very much. We will see you next week on the 72 volt Bad Reverend here. This is Manny Reed TV. We'll see you all later.